Yes, I think it is clear. It's an internal error which is being corrected. I intend to put a question. As many as are in favor of the motion numbered item 9 at page 3 of today's order paper, say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Accordingly, the decision of the House on Thursday, 24th of July 2025, in respect of the resolution for the ratification of the mining lease agreement between the government of the Republic of Ghana, represented by the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, and Aboso Goldfields Limited, for the mining of gold at Damang in the Watsup West district of the Western region is accordingly rescinded. Now, item numbered 10. All members, we are proceeding to capture the correct resolutions.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, I moved that resolution number 10 on page 3 of today's order paper. And Honourable Speaker, for emphasis, I would like to read the whole resolution. Now, whereas by the provisions of Article 268(1) of the Constitution, any transaction, contract, or undertaking involving the grant of a right or concession by and on behalf of any person or body of person, howsoever described, for the exploitation of any mineral, water, or other natural resources of Ghana, made or entered into after the coming into force of the Constitution, is made subject to ratification by Parliament. 2. In pursuant of the said Article 268(1) of the Constitution, the Governor of Ghana has caused to be laid before Parliament through the Minister responsible for lands and natural resources a 1-year transitional mining lease agreement between the Government of the Republic of Ghana and Aboso Goldfields Limited for the mining of a gold at Daman in the Watsup West district of the Western region without the option, and I emphasize, without the option of further extension, transfer, mortgage, or any other transaction after April 2026. Now, therefore, this House, in accordance with the said Article 268(1) of the Constitution, hereby resolve to ratify the said 1-year transitional mining lease agreement between the Government of the Republic of Ghana and Aboso Goldfields Limited for the mining of gold at Daman in the Watsup West district of the Western region, and I emphasize, without the option of a further extension, transfer, mortgage, or any other transaction after April 2026. Honourable Speaker, I beg to move.
Honourable members, the resolution number 10 has been moved. Any seconder?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion. And in doing so, I wish to say that this resolution captures the decisions taken by your committee on lands and natural resources. And therefore, I second the motion and urge my colleagues to support this important motion, which will be of benefit to Ghana and to all of us. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, resolution number 10 is moved, seconded, and it is for the consideration of the House.
Mr. Speaker, I indicated earlier on that this is very good and in the right direction.
Yes.
That at the end of the day, if the right thing was not done and Parliament took a decision that will go against the state, and the minister and the committee were able to avert their minds back to the fact that the country, Ghana, need to benefit. And for that matter, we should not give a blind approval to the mining company so that they can be able to abuse the process. With this resolution, now we'll go to curtail and made it clear that the gold fields cannot go beyond the 1 year. They cannot transfer it to a third party. And at the end of the day, it will come back to the state, and then the state will take a decision as to what we can now do for it. So I think it's something that is in the right direction, and for that matter, it's something that I support. And Mr. Speaker, so we can go ahead for us to approve the resolution.
Honourable members, I'll put a question. As many as are in favor of resolution number 10 at page 3 of today's order paper, say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The resolution number 10 on today's order paper is hereby adopted, and accordingly, this House approves a 1-year transitional mining lease agreement between the government of the Republic of Ghana, represented by the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, and Aboso Goldfields Limited, for the mining of gold at the mine on 52.39 kilometers square in the Wasa West district of the Western region, without the option of a further extension, transfer, mortgage, or any other transaction after April 2026. Okay, so then let's do. Honourable members, let's turn to order paper addendum. Honourable members, at commencement of public business, let's come to order paper addendum. Yes, Deputy Whip.
Mr. Speaker, the Finance Minister is not with us. I crave your indulgence to allow the Road Minister to lay the paper on behalf of the Finance Minister. And Honorable Habib, you know, today we are rising, and as I keep on advising, long talk and long stay in this chamber is not good for our health. Today, we've decided to close early, so let's make things smooth so that we can leave this place very early.
Very well, yes, Deputy.
Mr. Speaker, we have a difficulty in laying this paper. Mr. Speaker, the other paper addendum, apart from me just having one copy, none of my colleagues are having a copy. And it is not on our console too. So, Mr. Speaker, let's continue with the statement. When they do the writing, distribute it, then we can lay it. I'm the only person having a copy. It's not on our console. We cannot
Honourable member. Honourable members, order. Honourable members, with all due respect, if you look at the single one that you have, it's talking about agreement on privileges and immunities of the Global Fund to fight AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria. These are issues of health concern. So, Honorable Deputy Whip, I may want to touch the soft part of your heart to allow this to go.
Mr. Speaker, we haven't engaged a lot on this issue. And Mr. Speaker, let's do the right thing, then we can lay this report. So, Mr. Speaker, like I said, my members don't have copies of the addendum. My members still don't have a copy of the addendum. So, Mr. Speaker, let's continue with the statement. When they make copies available, then we can lay it. I am not saying we should not, But I'm saying that let's do the right thing. It is not on the console. Members are not having enough copies. Let's do the statement while they upload it and also give us copy. Then we can come back and do the laying. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Achampo, my colleague, he need to do the needful. He need to properly engage. He's not engaging. So let's do the statement, and then after the copies are given, then we'll come back and lay it, Mr. Speaker. We all want to go home early today.
Mr. Speaker, I'll continue to plead with my colleague. You know, initially I walked to him, I discussed the matter with the leader himself, and he was there. So I will engage. Let's lay the paper so that the two of us will engage, so that I will invite you to attend the committee meeting so that you get a proper briefing at the committee meeting. You'll be well apprised. So let's lay the paper and continue with the statement. I'm just pleading with you. Today is Friday. I know you go to the mosque.
Mr. Speaker, I'm very happy that at least the former deputy minority leader, who is now the minister responsible for lands and natural resources, and the former chief whip, minority whip, who is now the minister for roads and highways. This is not new to the House. This is not new to the House. So I'm saying, I'm not against it, but you know why the former chief whip said, if other things are laid here, there will be chaos. This one, I don't want to use those words. Those were his words. So, Mr. Speaker, let's just upload it. Now I can see it on the console. Let's get copies and we'll come back and lay it. It's not new. So, Mr. Speaker, there are certain issues we cannot say on the floor about this, but we will engage with the leader when they do statement. Then we'll come and lay it, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Deputy Whip, let me understand you. If the issue before us is not new in the House, what then is the point? If the issue is not new in the House, what then is the point? Honorable members, yes, Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, the Deputy Minority Chief Whip wants to hear me plead. I hereby plead. I've added my hands.
Mr. Speaker, since the majority leader pleaded, it's an indication that his numbers have deserted him. So we can go ahead and lay it.
Very well. Yes, Minister for Roads and Highways.
Agreement on privileges and immunities of the Global Fund to fight AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria, 2011.
Honourable members, the paper has been duly presented and it is referred to the Finance Committee for consideration and report. Yes, honourable member, you have the floor. It's a joint statement, so we take one comment.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Speaker, I rise pursuant to Order 93 of the Standing Orders of this Honourable House, with indeed a burdened heart, to make a statement on behalf of the good people of Asante Achim North, following the tragic but avoidable road accident which occurred on Monday, the 28th of July, 2025, at around 14 hours on the Achidie stretch of the Accra-Kumasi Highway. Mr. Speaker, 16 young lives were lost. I had the privilege to visit Hawa Hospital at Osiem yesterday around in the mid-morning to visit 4 of the surviving members of Savior Church. I visited them, I saw them myself, They are doing quite well. The doctors there are doing very well. The nurses are doing their best.
Are you reading your statement or you are making contribution?
I'm adding a bit to it because it's...
You cannot do that.
All right. Very well, Mr. Speaker. Very well, Mr. Speaker. I'm guided, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, these passengers, some of whom were my constituents, were returning to Obogu in the Asante Achim South municipality after attending their church's annual conference. Mr. Speaker, I would say that Ghana does not suffer from lack of laws. We have the legislative instrument 2180, the Road Traffic Act, the Fatigue Management Regulations, the licensing protocols. Our challenge is the yawning chasm between legislation and enforcement, between policy and actual protection. According to the National Road Safety Authority, over 1,500 lives have been lost on our roads between January and June alone this year. What should disturb this House, Mr. Speaker, is not just the sheer numbers, but the deafening silence and inaction that often follow such tragedies. Mr. Speaker, the cost of deferring reform is fatal. When road infrastructure is inadequate, it is the bones of ordinary Ghanaians that fracture under the weight of our collective inertia. Mr. Speaker, even the reckless deserve systems robust enough to protect them. There must be no institutional or infrastructural gap wide enough for a fuel tanker to drift into an oncoming vehicle loaded with passengers. Mr. Speaker, let it be clear that I do not rise to suspend the business of this honorable House. I rise because this is the business of the House. What more sacred responsibility do we bear than the protection of life and dignity? Mr. Speaker, when we permit persistent inaction and normalize fatal neglect, we do not merely fail the bereaved, we fail the very purpose of governance. Every life lost on that highway is a resource stolen from the wealth of our republic. If this House fails to act with urgency, then we are by omission complicit. Mr. Speaker, I wish to remind this honorable House that in the 2025 budget statement of the Ministry of Roads and Highways, an amount of 1.4 million has been allocated under the bridge line 0824157 for the section repairs of the Accra-Kumasi Highway. It is imperative that this allocation is not only disbursed, but utilized swiftly and effectively to address critical and dangerous portions of this key national corridor, particularly the Atwedia stretch, which has now claimed far too many lives. Mr. Speaker, I therefore call the Ministry of Roads and Highways to prioritize and expedite these repair works and all relevant agencies to provide regular updates on their progress. I also urge the National Road Safety Authority and the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority to intensify public education, enforce traffic regulations without compromise, and engage with transport unions to ensure safe practices. Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the people of Asante Achim North, I extend our deepest condolences to the families plunged into mourning. May their pain stir us towards policy, infrastructure, and institutional reforms that will honor the lives of the lost by protecting those yet to travel on our routes. May this tragedy not pass just another headline, but as a call to national action. I thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity given. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, honourable member, you have the floor. Honourable members, we are taking just one contribution.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to